What's up, boss dons? Curtis Dondino, and today we're going to be discussing some of the shoes that you can really buy that are under $500. Most of these shoes are by big designers. Some of them are kind of like streetwear brands, but we kind of like, look at still as luxury because the pricing is usually reflects that. And I didn't want to make this one of those videos where I'm just giving you shoes that you can find on sale, and then when you go and look 2 years later, because you're watching this video in 2025 instead of 2022, and you like, yeah, no. So I'm trying to find stuff that has like a retail range that will keep you in that space, and I'll also give you some tips on some shit to be on sale all the time. I really want to do a video on shoes that you should never buy full price, but we'll talk about that in the next video. Okay, so I didn't want to give you like shoes like Alexander McQueen's or like just shoes that are always on sale, because I feel like you probably already know that, and I really don't know the retail price of those anyway. But I did want to start off with Bapes. So Bapes have like a couple different models. Of course, you got the Bapes, the High. But what I really like is the skate stuff. And that's a shoe that kind of looks more like a Dunk One Low. And I mean, I feel like a lot of smaller brands are doing it, but at least these are Bape. They retail for about $290. A lot of these shoes you could like look around for and get a great variance of pricing, but I think $290 is a really good shoe for like it's a Bape sneaker. It got the one feel, so you missed out on a pair. You don't want to pay $500 for that color. I would say get a Bape still. Let me look at the sizes and see. They got a lot of sizes left. That's good, and it's a really cool shoe. Next off, this one is more of a random one because I know people aren't really on this brand as much as they used to be probably 4 or 5 years ago, but I don't think you should live in the now all the time and sometimes get classic. So the Y3 Qasa Hi's, these shoes were so in demand on Tumblr, you know what I'm saying? But what I'll tell you, and this is a fact, is that some things really just don't go out of style. They just kind of fade, and also the influence is seen so everywhere else, so you don't really get to see that primary thing. Y3 has a lot of sneakers, and a lot of them are actually under the 500 mark, and the Qasa Hi's retail for 400. They have them in black and white, they have them in orange, they have them in a lot of other colorways. I love the Qasa Hi. I think it's a very classic shoe. It gives you height, but it's also comfort, and they still look good on, and they flow with the style now, which goes to show you that these shoes are going to be here to stay. Next, we got a cooler pair of shoes, I would have to say. I'll save them for last. I'll save them for last, honestly, because I think they'll probably be my best suggestion on here. Okay, so then we have Golden Gooses. Now, Golden Gooses usually range from, I guess, like $300 to $500 or something. I'm not really 100% sure, but like, why are you talking to me in this video? But the ones that I like are called the Golden Goose Dad Stars, and they kind of look like a beat up pair of New Balance, and they retail for about $600, but you can find them on sale on so many different websites, including Satire. Oh look, Bergdorf's has a pair on sale. And they're brand new and they're on sale, but it's one of those items that you always can find at a discount price, you know what I'm saying? So I do have to kind of get a little nippy back here, so I definitely recommend those. And they have a lot of other shoes that are underneath the 500 price point, so I feel like those will be a great addition. They're more everyday, but they could also be statement, just depending on your style. And so next we have a pair of Rick Owens Dark Shadows and the Converses. Now these retail for $170. They're a little hard to find, but there's still a lot of sizes floating around, and even the resale ones usually don't go over $200 or $250, so you're still under that $500 price point. Now what I will say is that you can find a lot of Rick Owens, specifically Dark Shadow models, that do go on sale, and some of them more like canvas, twill, silhouette body shoes versus like the all leather products. And I mean, I think I even got some Geo baskets recently for under like $1,000. Like I think it was like 9 something. So the sales are definitely out here on Rick's, especially because a lot of the models have been around for so long, but they're timeless, so they're worth the investment. But the Converses, the Dark Shadow Converse edition, the Dark Star High sneakers, they are definitely under that 500 price point, and I think that would be, really good for anybody to cop. So next we have the off-white out of office sneakers. Now I've unboxed these on the channel. I think I should have, yeah. And these, if I haven't, I do own a pair, but these shoes right here are like super comfortable. They all cut a little small, so I would say definitely go up a size. But they have a lot of different colorways. They are definitely in the now with that big chunky sole, but they still kind of look like a dunk. So they kind of got like that DC vibe. I really fuck with those. They got a lot of colorways. I mean, I see some online as low as $350. What website is this? So I can let you know. Oh, this is Satire. But there's always a lot of off-white out of office sneakers available. If you just Google, with a quick Google, you can see the retail is about $580, but they have so many like great colors. Like they have a green and white pair for $375, a lavender pair for $441, a tan pair for $353. So there are a lot of options with the off-white out of office sneaker. It's a classic shoe, definitely a classic shoe. Next, we got some Marni Veja highs or V15. It's like V15 Veja or Veja. I'm gonna say Veja times Marni. And I talked about these on another video. And I talked about like what Marni's sneaker was. A lot of people like their slides, their fur slides, and I love them. But I feel like if you're more of a sneakerhead, then these would be suitable for you. They got like a DIY drawing thing, but for $320. And then Marni, you can't beat them. It's one of the hottest brands right now. And for $320, you can't beat a pair of sneakers in general. I mean, that's what Jordans are now, I guess. And I feel like that's a really hot designer. The next one, you might feel like how we feel about Bape, like more streetwear than designer, but Amiri. Now they have high tops and low tops. They have a lot of different sneakers, but a lot of people like the scale lace-up sneakers. And those are the ones that look like ones with a skeleton foot on the side. And the lows, although they retail for about $590, with the quick Google search, you can find some for I'm seeing $430, $460, $425. And some cool colors. I see some baby blue, some neon green. You'll probably just have a harder time finding like some more simple colors like black and white for sale. Ironically though, I do see a pair of the highs for $500, well $483. And I just want to say that like certain shoes like this, I know you'll always be able to find on sale just because they produce so many colors in such a short amount of time. But I really fuck with the sneaker. I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't fuck with it. Next, we got the Just Dawn courtside sneakers, and I don't see a lot of people in these yet. I feel like because, and this is what happens a lot to like black designers, like people will kind of pay them dust even if they have the best offering or the best option. Now, a lot of the sneakers retail for about $530 for the lows and then $660 for the highs. But on their official website, they have a lot of them on sale for $440, $370, and they have really cool colorways. And I definitely want a pair of these. I love the chunky sole. I love the Jordan 4 look, and I feel like Just Dawn is a pioneer and to a lot of the reason why a lot of us guys dress so freely now, because he was along Kanye in that era. You know what I'm saying? I think I seen Shy Glizzy with a pair on. Let me see. I'm gonna look on his IG real quick. Hefe! Did I do too much? Shy Glizzy is so fucking slick though. Like he's one of those rappers that like always been slick. Okay, they're not even let me see on Instagram, but I know he had a pair on for a fact, like recently, not too long ago. Okay, so we talked about those. So next we got the Margiela replica canvas sneakers. Now they retail for $475, and I feel like these are very different. These have like a tweed sole, like a espadrille sole, and I know a lot of like brands have like espadrilles and they're hideous, like the Chanel ones, but these are done well, and these just scream like vacation. Like this is a sneaker that you wear like to that fancy dinner when you go to Tulum. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're not going to Tulum and you're not going to a fancy dinner, by fancy dinner, you're like, well, why you be more dressed up? This is dressed up for me, okay? A sneaker is always going to be as dressed up as I get, unless I want to wear something else. There's only when I want to wear something else, like a boot or something like that. But Also, like the classic Margielas with the paint splatter, those are also on Essence for $3.95. So you can't beat those type of prices. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, how many was that? How many was that? How many did we do? I'm gonna say we did about that much. We did about 10. I don't feel like counting. Y'all can count. We already at 10 minutes. And so the last ones would be MMYs, also known as Mihara Yasuhiro. And these shoes are retailing in different prices, but a lot of them are under $500, which is really tough because this is probably one of the hottest shoes out right now. They have ones that look like Reeboks, they have ones that look like Air Forces, they have ones that look like Converses. And they all have different varying prices, but some of my favorite ones, the ones that look like Converses, are actually under $500, especially when they're canvas and not leather. So that's something to look into quickly, because these shoes go. Like I see, a lot of them don't have a lot of sizes. But the point is, whenever they will be back in stock, they'll have shoes that, you know, retail under $500. If I left any out, or if you could think of any, you let me know. Just as a plus, I do want to say that a lot of other shoes that go on sale very frequent are like these Valentino crochet shoes that I really love, and I always see them under $1,000. Excuse me, Lanvin curb sneakers, you can always see them under like $700, so you can find them floating somewhere. And then you can find a lot of Balenciaga sock sneakers underneath that $500 mark. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We got a lot more content to make, so give me ideas below. I'm ready to take on the challenge. All right, enjoy yourselves, guys. Stay untouchable. Godspeed.